Merry meet all. It is Bealtaine, Summers Bealtaine here in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's pretty warm. I'm actually looking forward to the day where it's so ridiculously hot. We usually have 1 or 2 days like that somewhere in midsummer or summer, and where it's just so hot you can't even sleep. That in the house is just too hot. I'm actually going to have a night of camping outside with my ducks. My ducks sleep inside the house at night in the office, but we're all going to camp out together, and that is going to be so fun. Going camping with my ducks in the backyard. I'm going to look forward to that. So as you can see, little Bella here, she's sort of panting a little bit, but she's under the shade of a pot. So ways of circumventing extreme conditions with weather when it comes to ducks. As you notice, they have flippers on their feet. It's because they're meant for the water. They are also land birds, but they don't fare too well not having water. So, having water is another cost to factor when it comes to keeping ducks. If you have no access to water and it's very limited, it's going to be kind of cruel to own ducks, not just to the ducks themselves, but also to your wallet and your mind space, because you're always going to be scrounging and investing for water unless you can create an ecosystem where you can generate your own water. So how are ways I circumvent hot days like this? Now, even when there's no cloud cover, there's a bit of cloud cover now, and we are about 5:30 in the afternoon, so it's starting to get dark anyway. There's usually shadows and shade with all my pots. So it's one of the really good things I like about potted plants is they create shade, and if you have them clustered in guilds like that. So as you can see, Luca over there, she's under my birch tree next to a gooseberry, next to a pumpkin pot of water. It's one of her favourite spots there, and that's an oak stump. I love it when they do that, over the little bigs. Oh, this is too adorable. This solar or sun pit or fire pit, which I also have the black sun with, is an actual culturally relative charm to my ethnos that I love having. And sometimes I feel like it's also like a beacon, the birds flying above, especially my ravens. When they see it, for some reason, no matter where they are, they do come. And, got someone's attention. Their eyesight is amazing, ducks. They can see things from so far up in the sky that I go and look up and I can't see anything. They're pretty insane, their eyesight. Luke is looking up at something. So clusters of raised pots, large pots, 40 to 60 centimetre pots. And then, of course, when it comes to trees and shrubs, stuff which looks like you could make lots of cubby houses and caves in. This sort of thing. And not just to have it in one spot, but your entire garden. There should be, every 3 metres, there should be at least one cluster of pots and or bushes and trees and shrubs in which ducks can go and hide in and shade themselves. The other thing I do as well, I actually do have more of these pots from Sarwen, so they're pumpkin head pots, and I usually have them full with water and I fill them up a couple of times during the day. I usually have around 9 of them out here, spread it amongst spots. So I've got one here, one there, one over there with Suna, and one over next to Frey inside the run where she's got her eggs. She's being very broody. I love seeing her be all mummy-like. It's so cute. So to have scattered everywhere pots of water that you can put fresh water in every morning. This is an old crock pot, which is stainless steel. That there is another one. So, in this space, it's around 30 metres square. Yeah, 30 metres well, actually no, not 30 metres square, it's 30 metres by 30 metres, which would be 900 metres square. This back part only is that size. So with that, I've got 9 little pumpkin pots of water, the giant crock pot, the pool. There's also another pool in the run. Remember, the run's open at all times for my ducks. If they're scared, they can go in there. If the pool is out here and there's no pool of water for them to duck their heads in, which they need, is going to stress them out to try and come out here if there's something in the air that it's freaking them out. So, I mean, I have this pool, but I've also got a 55 litre tub in there of water to act as a pool in the run. So we've got pots of water. The pots are 2 litre pots scattered throughout the garden. With my 900 metre plot here, I've got 9 pots plus the 20 litre crock pot that we just saw before the stainless steel. I've also got a 3 metre in diameter pool, which is 30 centimetres high. I've also got the tub acting as a pool inside the run. And every morning I fill those tubs up. Once a week on the weekend, on the Sunday usually, I empty out the pool. I have a pipe in which I can channel the water out. I am humming and hurrying whether to move this pool over to that centre there. Hello, beautiful Bella. Bella, Bella. You're so pretty. Look at you. I know it's hot. And you're a fluffy one too. Yeah. Bella, Bella. So anyway, so my tip for the day when it comes to keeping your ducks happy and healthy is to have water everywhere in pots, to have a pool if they have a run, also have a small makeshift pool in your run, and lots of clusters of raised, not beds but pots and shrubs in which the ducks can go in between and take shade, especially when it gets really warm. Finishing off this post, the reason why you want so many pots of water is your ducks aren't dumb, okay? They remember where things are. They've got a very good memory. They're very much critters of habit. But if they're dehydrated, how do you function when you're dehydrated? So ducks tend to fare not too good when it gets really hot in their cognitive function. Their ability to see predators, their ability to do things becomes hampered. So if they need to waddle across 30 metres to get to a bit of water, it's harder for them to do so when they're feeling the effects of the heat beating down on them. And remember that pet ducks or domestic ducks that we get or have, they are a domestic species. These are not the same ducks as the ducks in the wild. Ducks in the wild are a bit more savvy. That has been bred out of them with domestic ducks. They are their own species. It's actually illegal to release domesticus ducks out into the wild for that reason. Also, the ducks won't survive. Their chances of survival, facing the riffraff of the wild birds, it's really cruel. It's like releasing a human into the middle of the bush with zero ability or skills to do things. They've all been weaned out of them living in the city sort of thing. So it's the same sort of thing. So this is why I like to have scattered pots of water everywhere. Hidden as well, especially amongst clusters of pots and shrubs, because that helps keep the water temperature down, and also to make sure that you have water source next to wherever they eat, because especially stuff like pellet food, ducks will eat the food and then they'll go to the water and swish it about and then go backwards and forwards, because they need the water to then extend their neck and swallow and digest that food. If there's no water there, their ability to digest food becomes hampered as well. So that is my trick, my tip when it comes to critters. Even in winter, I still would have this habit of the water spread out. Also too, if there's an aerial predator or a predator in general which has your birds spooked, and hiding in one corner, you're not stressing them out more than what they need to be stressed out by making them then go across the yard or garden or land to an area where they know there's something there. So if you have it spread out, if one area is a little unsafe or a little unsavoury, they can drink their water in that area. Water is essential for ducks. Ducks can go without food for a little while. I mean, they literally eat dirt, but they cannot go long without water. You think of how it affects us humans, times that by 10 for ducks. It's insane. So my tip for the day: pots of water everywhere, a pool, small pool in the run, spread out your pots of water, and to create shade banks with potted plants, shrubs and trees, and make sure it's distributed amongst the entire area where they forage and tromp through during the day. Alright, blessed be and merry part. Bop, 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 bop. This is actually their favourite spot, this black sun. They love it. Sometimes I've actually had one of them, or each one of them, sitting on each of the arms. It's so insane. I should get a photo of it one day, because I've got 8 ducks and I've got 8 arms, and I've literally had one on each arm. Like, I don't know, maybe they are magical ducks. Anyway, that's it from me. Blessed be Mary Patch. Mr. Free, my beautiful boy. Look at you. Yeah. Blessed be Mary Patch.